Good La Vida Loca there by Sakura featuring Last Minute. I love it so much. Be sure you love it as well. Now let's move on to number 5 on the Channel 1 countdown. And at number 5 this week we have Sankofa by Jackie. Ladies and gentlemen, the After Midnight album is live.
Oh, yeah. 97.3. Come on. Let's go.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue.
Flex. Buckle up and join the best. Let Citi relieve your stress. So yes, let the music soothe your soul and keep it going just to refresh. Buckle and enjoy the ride from 2 to the half of the 5. Mondays to Fridays happening live. Where we gon' have a ball, you can text your guys. Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. Are you ready for the Traffic Avenue? Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. An applause for the Traffic Avenue.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, Traffic Avenue, oh yeah.
95, 96, 97.3 Citi FM. It doesn't get any better than that.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. Citi News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Citi News.
97.3 Citi FM. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studios here in Accra. My name is Sami Wiafe, and tonight I'm here with
Ejubi Wiafe Akenting.
Coming up in the next 1 hour, 30 minutes.
You can be rest assured, by 21st of September, we would have arrived at a destination that sees Ghanaians pay less than they currently pay for their multi-choice bouquets.
After months of resistance, DSTV Ghana agrees to reduce subscription fee. Tonight, we'll tell you details of a committee set up by the Communications Ministry to determine the percentage of reduction. Meanwhile, government appoints KPMG Ghana as transaction advisors for a possible merger between Airtel Tigo and Telecom.
Government has appointed KPMG to act as transaction advisor to provide guidance on the future of AT with the goal of establishing a second strong operator to address the imbalance in Ghana's mobile market.
Also coming up on Eyewitness News.
2 persons were arrested for impersonation at Ghana College Kaswa. They were arraigned before court and have been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment each, while their accomplice was sentenced to 8 months imprisonment.
West Africa Examination Council, WAEC, in collaboration with the Ghana Police Service, arrest 14 people for examination malpractice in the ongoing WASI examination. And later on Eyewitness News, the much awaited, much anticipated, and much talked about This is Ghana exhibition kicks off tomorrow. Stay tuned for details. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and other stories on Eyewitness News. Later coming up in business.
Gold reserves hit 36 tons in August 2025.
Eyewitness News is live on our affiliates across the country, around the globe. We are on citynewsroom.com talking about affiliates.
In the Western region, you can tune into Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM, both in Takrade. In the Bono region, tune in to Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyane. In the Ahafo region, we're live on Hammers Radio 106.5 FM in Goso. In the Ashanti region, it's Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi and Orange 107.9 FM. In the Volta region, tune in to Revival 99.3 FM in Tajewu. In the Northern region, we're live on Radio Bimbala 91.9 FM, and in the Upper East region, tune in to Mike 105.3 FM in Nabrongo. You can also listen to us on Tunson 97.3 FM in Wa and Jirapa 96.1 FM.
You can join the conversation with your WhatsApp messages. The number is 0549 986 996. 0549 986 996. AGB has our first story.
The Communications Minister Sam Nate George has announced the establishment of a joint committee with MultiChoice Ghana to decide on a reduction in DSTV subscription prices. The move comes after weeks of standoff between the ministry and the pay TV operator following regulators' demand for a 30% cut in subscription fees. Earlier this month, the ministry directed the enforcement of statutory fine of 10,000 Ghana cedis per day on MultiChoice for failing to submit required pricing data under the Electronic Communications Act (ECA). It also warned that the company risks suspension of its operating license by September 6, 2025. Speaking at a press conference in Accra, Sam George confirmed that the committee had been formed to reach an agreement on the appropriate level of reduction.
The 30-day deadline given to MultiChoice by the NCA expires tomorrow, 6 September 2025. It will be recalled that the NCA had requested for a breakdown of the cost build-up for the various bouquet offerings by MultiChoice in Ghana and in 7 other African countries on the 4th of August 2025. That information was not delivered by MultiChoice. This led to the consequential imposition of a 10,000 Ghana cedi daily fine effective 14th of August 2025 in line with the dictates of the Electronic Communications Act on MultiChoice Ghana. The regulator also served a 30-day notice of suspension effective 7th of August 2025. However, ahead of the expiration of the suspension notice tomorrow, MultiChoice yesterday reached out to the ministry and the regulator, indicating now a willingness to comply to address the pricing concerns through a consultative process as was adopted by the ministry with the MNOs during the data pricing reduction exercise. Consequently, we've taken the decision to immediately establish a stakeholder committee comprising representatives from the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, the regulator, the NCA, MultiChoice Ghana, and MultiChoice Africa. I will personally chair the committee. MultiChoice has requested a 30-day window for the committee to arrive at what percentage of reduction will be achieved. So let's be clear. They have finally accepted that there will be a reduction. Now they want us to discuss the level of reduction. I believe, as minister, that we do not need 30 days. 14 days is enough for us to reach this decision, inclusive of weekends. Therefore, the committee has a strict 14-day mandate, inclusive of weekends, to conclude its work and present a suitable price reduction structure for the people of Ghana by the 21st of September 2025. The government is mindful that there is currently an acquisition, in this case there is an acquisition, of MultiChoice Africa by the Canal Plus Group by end of September 2025. I have therefore held engagement with Canal Plus and secured their confirmation that they will abide by any agreements that the stakeholder committee we're setting up today reaches with Multi-Choice Ghana. They'll be bound by the reductions that we agree. I also have the commitment that Ghana will be placed as a priority on Canal Plus's management playbook, and Ghana will be the first country to visit for us to have conversations on possible further reductions when Canal Plus also takes over. You can be rest assured, by 21st of September, we would have arrived at a destination that sees Ghanaians pay less than they currently pay.
Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Sam Nati George.
Let's go to the phone and speak to Apia Adomako Kusi, West African Director of CAT International, on this latest development on the DSTV government issue. We've had a conversation with him on this issue since it came up. Mr. Apia, thank you very much for your time. It looks as if we are getting somewhere now. Hello, Mr. Adomako Kusi. I'm afraid we do not have Mr. Adomako Kusi on the telephone line. We'll try and raise him again and speak to him on this particular matter. Aside today's press conference by the minister about the DSTV, there was also a conversation on the possible merger or acquisition of Airtel Tigo, between Airtel Tigo and Telecom. The minister said that indeed KPMG have been contracted by government as transaction advisors to advise government on the possible measure or takeover in this direction. We'll shortly hear from the minister on that. But before that, let's go on the line again and speak to Mr. Apia Adomako Kusi, the West African Director of CAT International, on this latest development with the DSTV issue. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Kusi. I'm afraid we do not have him on the line still. We'll try and raise him. And then speak to him on this matter of the DSTV issue. But the minister also spoke about the possible acquisition or measure of Airtel Tigo by Telecom, and that government has appointed KPMG as transaction advisors to advise government on this new arrangement.
To avoid a national crisis that could have affected over 3 million subscribers of AT Ghana, the NCA directed AT and Telecom to immediately establish a national roaming agreement, thereby migrating all of AT's traffic onto Telecom's network to minimize disruption. It is important to note at this point that all of AT's services, and I'll be clear here, voice, SMS, data, and AT money remain intact. As minister, I want to commend the exceptional skills and commitment shown by the technical teams of AT Ghana and Telecom Ghana to pull off this integration under very difficult circumstances.
The Communications Minister Sam George will come back to this particular subject matter. Let's try for the last time if Mr. Apia Adomako Kusi will hear us on this DSTV issue. Mr. Kusi, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you and good evening to your listeners.
We'll be having a conversation on this DSTV government issue. Now, today, the minister at a press conference says DSTV has agreed to reduce its prices, but then there's a committee set up which has 2 weeks to work, which will include the minister chairing to agree on the percentage of reduction. Do you think we've gotten somewhere now?
Yes, I think it's an improvement from where we had a stalemate about a month or two, a couple of weeks ago. At least now there is an indication that Multi-Choice has decided to reduce prices. And of course, the committee is going to look at variables, the cost of operation, CD exchange, and then they will be able to also benchmark it with other countries and then be able to recommend a percentage reduction.
The argument was that because the dollar was stabilizing or the dollar had reduced, the reason why government was pushing for a possible reduction. Now we've seen some changes and a slight appreciation of the dollar in terms of the market. How do you expect the two parties to agree in terms of reaching a reasonable pricing?
I think that the committee is going to be a rational committee. Their work will be informed by the cost of operation, the Citi dollar exchange rate. As you rightly said, the Citi has decided to face some minimal adversities over the past week. But nevertheless, I'm sure that if you look at the last time that multi-choice increased their prices, the Citi was around 16 cedis to $1. And we are not around 12 cedis to $1 yet. So still significantly, there should be some level of reduction for consumers.
The argument has also been made that this whole DSTV Ghana government issue was a bit unhealthy. In the corporate world, would you describe this as a blot or more or less like a dent in the image of DSTV?
Seriously, if this issue if MultiChoice had addressed this issue very well, I'm sure that it would not have gotten to the level that it got to with regards to the trade deadlines and daily fines. I think that as a company, when you operate in the market, you also need to be very sensitive to the concern of the people that you are serving. And I can see that the minister is also concerned. Worry was that MultiChoice has attained some level of dominance in the market. They don't face any competitor in the pay TV market. And so it's more like a monopoly, and trying to get all the rent as being a monopoly in the company. And so we should be able to find a balance. Of course, the minister is doing what government is what consumers are looking for, and the company is also looking at the interests of their shareholders, but you can't over profit from a people at the time that the consumers also need to get some relief. We've seen how, for example, fuel prices are adjusted per the Citi dollar exchange and other variables. Anytime the price needs to go down, you go and feel it at the pump. But here, MultiChoice wasn't willing to pass on the savings to the consumers. And I think that as a business, we need to be guided by ethical conduct to wherever necessary that prices need to go down. I think that we should let prices fall. Avoid saying that prices is sticky downwards.
Well, could government have gone ahead to revoke or suspend the license of DSTV if they hadn't reached an agreement? Could government have gone ahead to do that?
Repeat the question again.
I was asking that in the event that government and DSTV hadn't reached an agreement of this reduction and the two sides or the two parties are stuck to their guns, could government have gone ahead to suspend the licenses as threatened earlier?
I think the words of the minister was very emphatic, and I'm sure it was also to send signal and set the record straight that if a company doesn't comply with the regulator's mandate, your license can't be. Yesterday we saw that BOG has suspended the license of some remittance companies that remit money to the country. And I think they have every right to do so if you are not complying. That is why there's a regulator. The regulator has the rules, and there's also consequences for not obeying the rules.
Will you still go ahead and push for the competition bill as you mentioned earlier in your article some weeks ago?
Yes, competition law is very, very important to help create a kind of a level playing field in the market. I mean, if I would want to digress a little bit from the DSTV to the telecom sector, yesterday we heard that government announced that there's going to be a potential merger between Telecom and AT. Yes. Now, this merger is very good. However, if we don't have a competition law to kind of address the issue of dominance, unfair trade practices, and other things, this merger could become more like that of the Airtel Tigo where we didn't see any reasonable outcome. And even beyond the telecom sector, there are a lot of sectors where we've seen abuse of dominance and cartels and people trying to conspire against consumers and artificially raising prices. And all of these things are going on because we don't have a competition law. And so competition law is something that we need so that there can be an efficiency and predictability in the market space.
So, my final question to you, assuming that the dollar begins to show some signs of strength against the cedi, and DSTV goes ahead to reduce its prices, and now we begin to see changes, would they be right? Would they have the moral right to come back and say they want to increase prices again?
I think as a business, if they want to get the trust of consumers, they should let consumers know that, look, the cedi is going bad, but we are not going to do so immediately. We want to wait for a month or two and see some stability. If it continues this way, then already the company has over-recovered. They have had a windfall profit from the past couple of months when the cedi started appreciating. So they cannot immediately also decide to up the prices because the cedi has started to go back.
So there's another issue. The government has also announced at this particular press conference addressed by the communications minister of a possible measure, even though the minister said it's not a measure, neither is it an acquisition of an arrangement to have Telecom acquire. I'm using my own words, acquire, Airtel Tigo. I'm sure you heard about it. What's your thought on this, sir?
I think this proposed measure, whether you like it or not, it's going to be a measure. You are reducing 3 players into 2. And this is a measure. And I think it's very good because, one, by merging Telecom and Airtel Tigo, what it means is that they are going to reduce the operation costs. For example, I said that the Airtel Tigo, the Airtel Tigo don't need, they are going to close those services. They will not be keeping multiple cell towers and be paying rent to the tower companies. And now they are also going to co-share resources. So I think that is going to help them reduce their cost of operation. And a reduced cost of operation means that they'll be able to pass on the gains onto consumers. So I think it's very good. However, we also need to make sure that we work hard to make this merger work. As I said earlier on, in 2017, we had a merger between Tigo and Airtel, which that consummation didn't go well. So whilst the presumption is that a merger is pro-competitive and consumer welfare enhancing, it needs to be backed with a relevant investment. And we are here because these 2 companies have not been investing in their infrastructure over the years. And MTN took advantage and regularly investing in their network. And so if we want to see competition in the market, we must see that the post-merger, the merged firms begin to invest heavily into their operations, acquire new spectrum, and also improve upon the quality of service so that consumer can see a vibrant competition in the market. Currently, there's no competition in the telecom market. The market has reached what we call a network effect and has tipped towards the side of MTN. So if the post-merge firm don't work well, I'm not sure they'll be able to put enough competitive pressure and make the market more contestable in the sector.
Zakuzi, what really will this measure change? Because per data from the National Communications Authority, MTN dominates the market with some 70, almost 70%, and then Airtel Tigo doing 18 and 7%, per the data from the National Communications Authority. If you merge these two companies, MTN will still be the market leader. What difference will it really make?
So it will make difference if there is enough, as you rightly know, these two companies are operating on 3G. If they merge and they get access to a spectrum to allow them to operate on 4G, and they're able to provide better services, we know that MTN tariffs are significantly higher compared with the other players, all because of the SMP issue. So if they're able to do well and start providing a quality service, I'm sure that people will switch from MTN and buy data and come and buy data from this post-merger. So it all depends upon how we handle this post-merger issue in terms of investment and also spectrums and other things that will bring about, because the consumer is looking at consumer loyalty. Is not just about, they are looking for better experience. So if, for example, the merger will result to a better experience, faster speed, good quality of service, I'm sure that we can see some level of competition, and also you can see people also switching to the other side.
The worry for many is about job losses, the possibility that a merger acquisition could lead to job losses. Can this be curtailed or can this be avoided altogether?
Yes, we've been told by the minister that there will be no job losses. And I think that is very, very guaranteed. Just that will mean that there will be a lot of inefficiencies, because you may have to put people on your payroll that you necessarily don't need. And so in the short term, there may be redundancies, but I believe that the companies, when they merge, they'll be able to manage the labor issues well. At least we've been assured that there wouldn't be any much significant job losses.
We are told that Airtel Tigo, makes some losses. The more reason why governments is making moves to have Telecom come in. But then you know a bit of how these telcos operate. Just give us a bit of education. When you say that a telco is making losses, what really goes into it? Because we are told that just the first 8 months of the year, the company has made close to a $10 million losses. How does this come about?
Okay, so this is how it works. A telecom company, they have fixed costs. The fixed costs these are costs where so long as you are in operation, you need them. They have staff. They also have assets. They have cell sites. And if those cell sites that you have in communities, people are not using them and you are not getting return on investment, and you see, if you look at the NCO data, for example, there are more people switch or the loss suffered a lot of losses of customers within the first 2 quarters of this year. And so by this thing happening, it means that the revenue that you are getting would go down. And again, also they also buy some software, and the software some of the softwares may not, they will charge you per number of users. It will be a fixed cost. And so if you are not making enough, if you don't have enough customers to help you make a good returns on the software that you have acquired, you would have to you will be facing some losses. And so the losses that are facing with regards to AT is a multiplicity of factors, as I've talked about. And of course, we've seen energy costs going down within the first 6 months of this year, but the other costs that are driving the operation, and again, also they are also not getting enough consumers to use their services, and so you have more costs than income, and that would actually help let you see some deficit in your operation. And so if they are able to come together and merge, I'm sure that most of this, there will be a lot of redundancies in their operations, and those redundant costs will be curtailed, and that brings about efficiency gains in there. And so I think that the merger is the way forward for the ailing Airtel Tigo.
Thank you very much for your time. Apia Adomako Kisi is the West African Director of CAT International, speaking to us on Eyewitness News. Coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. Let's hear the Minister of Communications again on the possible acquisition or merger between Airtel Tigo and Telecom. For him, he said this is not a merger, neither is it an acquisition.
To avoid a national crisis that could have affected over 3 million subscribers of AT Ghana, the NCA directed AT and Telecom to immediately establish a national roaming agreement, thereby migrating all of AT's traffic onto Telecom's network to minimize disruption. It is important to note at this point that all of AT's services, and I'll be clear here, voice, SMS, data, and AT money remain intact. As Minister, I want to commend the exceptional skills and commitment shown by the technical teams of AT Ghana and Telecom Ghana to pull off this integration under very difficult circumstances. It reaffirms our belief that with the right policy direction, we have the requisite technical expertise in the two companies to make a compelling case for the Ghanaian engineer. We expect to have some challenges, however. Some of AT's customers may experience limited challenges during the traffic migration, though the majority of subscribers are unlikely to notice any disruptions. The NCA and AT will issue timely communication to subscribers to address and resolve any concerns that may arise. What does the future hold? Government has appointed KPMG to act as transaction advisor to provide guidance on the future of AT with the goal of establishing a second strong operator to address the imbalance in Ghana's mobile market. The transaction advisor will also access government's shareholding in Telecom Ghana towards achieving the same goal. The transaction advisor has been given a strict 60-day timeline to complete its work due to the urgency of the situation. On the future of staff of AT Ghana, the government will ensure that the approximately 300 permanent staff of AT retain their employment. I repeat, they will retain their employment, there will be no job losses. I've already met with the staff and offered them assurances in this regard. The transaction advisor has instructions to also consider the fate of the over 200 contract staff of AT. I'm grateful to the staff of AT Ghana for their candor and openness during my engagement with them. I'm fully aware of the gravity of the current situation on the workers, their families, and their dependents, but I remain committed on behalf of the government to protect them from any adverse situation. We will see sunshine very soon. It will happen. Let me be very clear, and I need to be very, very clear on this because we've seen media reportage. This is not a merger. It is also not an acquisition. We're dealing with a force majeure situation, and the work of the transaction advisor and the recommendations from their report will lay out a clear path for the consideration of government. For emphasis, I repeat, what is happening and playing out is not a merger, and neither is it an acquisition. Government urges all stakeholders, including subscribers, tower companies, suppliers, and creditors, to await the outcome of the transaction advisor's work, which will provide clarity on outstanding debts, services, and the future of AT Ghana.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Mumu or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Like a fiesta on my side. I'm all wrapped up. And all I think about is my pay. I get classic, I get body, I get stronger, also fruity. And of course, all not to take me longer. Still to scheme, no. All I need is my extra thing. Doing so big, so I go for the glow up. And keep the vibe 100 with no party plans. Fiesta, fiesta. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up with Fiesta condoms. Comes in 9 different variants to spice up your game. Available in any pharmacy near you. Prevents STIs and unintended pregnancy when used correctly. This advert is FDA approved.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Mr. Insurance claim no. It
has put together beautiful weddings. It has filmed the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
No.
We are back in business. With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the rate of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying research to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Munsaka.
The journey never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. My name is Sammy Wiafe, and tonight I'm here with Ejubi Wiafe. Let's do some other stories. And the Abosokai Spare Parts Dealers Association has announced plans to close down foreign-owned retail shops in the business enclave on Monday. The association says the move is intended to enforce the Ghana Investment Promotion Act, Act 865, which restricts retail trade to Ghanaian citizens only. Let's go to the phone line and speak to Mr. Clement Boati. He's the vice chairman of the Ghana of GUTA, Ghana Union of Traders Association, and the Abosokai Traders Association fall under the umbrella of GUTA. Mr. Boati, good evening. Thank you very much for your time. I'm afraid Mr. Boatin is not on the telephone line. The telephone lines are not our best of friends this evening. We'll try and raise Mr. Boatin back on the telephone line to explain the decision or the rationale behind the association's decision to close down foreign-owned retail shops in the Abosokan enclaves. He says that the act is intended to enforce the Ghana Investment Promotion Act, which restricts retail trade to Ghanaian citizens only. The association further explained that under the act, foreign nationals are required to deposit an amount of $1 million to operate in retail sector or import goods in this country. Let's go back on the line and speak to Mr. Boati. Mr. Boati, good evening again. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, good evening and thank you for having me.
So, Boati, is it a case that on Monday you are storming the market, for want of a better word, to close down shops owned by foreign nationals? Is that a case?
That is not the case. There is nowhere Guta has said that it is going to embark on the closure of shops on Monday. But what is happening is, if you could recall, our president in faraway Japan made an announcement that government intends, to abolish that 1 million requirement for investors who wants to enter the trading business. And since the president made that announcement, there has been a lot of, agitation from our members, because they think that if government abolish that requirement, then government is going to open, the floodgates to anybody, irrespective of the money that you have, to come and enter the retail space. And that has been the worrying of our members. So when the president made that announcement and then the agitation, started, the CEO of Ghana Investment Promotion Authority quickly had to, come in and then calm our nerves. And so he told us that he is the president in Japan, so we should be cool. And that when he comes, he will engage us and then give us further clarification on what the president said. So today, we had an engagement with the CEO of Ghana Investment Promotion Authority, and then he gave us, clarification. Apparently, what he said was that what the president said has nothing to do with trading, but then it rather goes, to a more preferred and technical areas like manufacturing, like mining, like IT, and then like AI. But then it has nothing to do with the trading sector. The statute course still remains as far as the requirements of the trading, sector we still uphold the requirements of the trading sector. And so we have come our nerves, and then because when they started, the stakeholder engagement for the review of this law, we even proposed that the threshold should rather be increased from $1 million, to $3 million. And so we were very astonished when the president said they are even going to take the 1 million off. So we have, seek clarification from the CEO, and so there's nothing of that sort which says that Guta is going to embark on the closure of shops on Monday.
So per this explanation from the CEO, Guta and the Abosokan spare part dealers are okay?
We are okay, but then there's going to be further engagement. So we want to assure the public that regarding the closure of stores, nothing of that sort is going to happen.
Thank you for that clarification. Secondly, you mentioned that you wish that the amount is increased from the $1 million to the $3 million. Why?
Yes, because you see, it is in the wisdom of the proponents of this law that the retail space is reserved for the Ghanaians. In every country, there are areas that are preserved solely for the citizens. And so those who crafted the law as far back as 1994, during the regime of our late, head of state, Rawlings, thought it necessary that that space, should be reserved for the citizens. And it happens in every country. In every country, there are areas that are reserved for citizens, in order to protect the citizens. As for trading, everybody, even whether you are literate or illiterate, you can enter into trading. So if you say you are going to open that space, you are going to open the floodgates for everybody, to enter, then it means you are going to, let your citizens find it, difficult, to operate in the space that is left for everybody, irrespective of whether you are educated or not. And so we think by even raising the threshold, it will then not be comfortable, for foreigners, to enter that space, so that the citizens alone will be able to operate in that aspect. And that is why we suggested that it should be raised. If you want to enter into the trading sector, there are requirements that you have to fulfill, and that is why Ghouta has never had problems with shops like the ShopRite, the Melcoms, and those big supermarkets, because they have satisfied the requirements. But we don't want a situation where you open the floodgates and then the 2x4 shops that the citizens are in the market space, the foreigners will also enter there. That is why we want the capital or the threshold to be raised to $3 million.
Mr. Bolton, currently the $1 million, does it mean all the foreigners operating retail shops here in Ghana have paid that particular amount? Because when you go to our market, you see foreigners operating shops and the other things. They all paid $1 million?
Yes, they haven't paid, and that is why we have called, the GIPC to be more productive, because before any foreigner enter into any business in this country, GIPC has to issue a certificate to them. GIPC, I would say, for some time, has not been proactive and has allowed, the foreigners, to flout our laws. But we have of the firm conviction that this new CEO, the way and manner he has started this engagement with Ghouta, we think they are going to put things at the right place and make sure that if you are a foreigner and you don't abide by the rules and regulations of this country, you will be thrown out from wherever you are operating.
Mr. Bonti, we are a country where we want investors from every part of the world. And if investors are coming in to come and help with the growth of the economy and create jobs, and you are putting a restriction, and you are advocating for $3 million, how do we get these investments into the country for them to help with the growth of the economy and finding jobs for our teeming youth who roam on our streets unemployed?
That is why we want the investment, to be channeled into the more preferred areas like the mining, like the manufacturing, like opening factories, for the youth to get employment, like the IT sector, like the fintech sector, like the AI sector, for our youth to get employment, but not into the retail space or not into the trading. Like I told you, if you are educated or you are not educated, whether you are literate or you are not illiterate, you can do trading. Trading shouldn't be the area that foreigners must take over. No. Everybody can do trading. So that aspect must be the sole prerogative of the citizens, but not foreigners. We have a lot of areas that investors can go. They can go into agriculture to do commercial farming. You understand? But not into trading. Trading, nobody can do trading like the citizens. So that area must be reserved for the citizens.
What is Ghouta doing to help the Ghana Investment Promotion Authority to enforce this act?
Yes, like I told you, we had engagement with the CEO today. I wouldn't want, to release our arsenal, because there are a lot of strategies that we have planned to make sure that this time around the CEO, will succeed, and then we will sanitize the retail business so that Ghanaians, will take over the retail business. I can't release the arsenal out, but we are going to have a major.
If you are not releasing, or at least give us an idea, because your members are listening, the entire Ghanaian populace.
No, but we are going to do the work for our members. We are going to do the work for them. If I release the arsenal, the foreigners will also be aware of it. So I can't do that. But we work with the press, so definitely when we start, you will know. You will know when we start. So you keep cool.
Finally, before I let you go, how is this invasion of foreigners in the retail space affecting your members?
It has affected our members to the extent that prices of shops, have gone up. Because if you are going to rent a shop, and the shop is going for, let's say, 20,000 Ghana cedis, and you, the citizen, cannot afford, before you realize, the foreigner will go and pay maybe 30,000 or 40,000, and then take over the shops, and it is affecting our turnovers. You go and sit there, you don't buy anything, and then it is the foreigners, who are making a business. Let me tell you, when we even talk of importation into this country, foreigners, the total importation that comes into this country, foreigners take 60% of it. We the locals make only 20% of the total imports that come into the country. So you can see, foreigners have taken everything in this country. When we go to the banking sector, foreigners have taken over. The telecom sector, foreigners have taken over. The mining sector, foreigners have taken over. So the trading also, the retail business also, they want to take over. My brother, they cannot sit down for them, to take over everything in this country, because the economy of this country must lie in the hands of the citizens, but not foreigners.
Mr. Boati, I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for your time. Clement Boati, Vice Chairman of GUTA, the Ghana Union of Traders Association. You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studios here in Accra. Let's read some of your text messages or WhatsApp messages that you have sent through. John in Mio says, "This is Ghana exhibition is a very vital program, but I just hope its intended objective will be achieved, because many of the youth are now a burden to the various families and country at large. In a nutshell, the youth need more jobs and exhibition." Thank you very much, John. John Adobo in La says, "This is what we expect from our leaders. This is what we expect from our leaders. He is not called Jata for anything. Thanks for your work. Ghanaians will always be proud of you and take out those who do not want the good of the country." To some more, Alex in Adenta Commando Research says, "What is the excuse of multi-choice company in wanting to just cheat Ghanaians? They either comply with the directive or pack and leave the Ghanaian jurisdiction." We the people from Oyarifa says, "Congratulations to the Minister of Communication for his firm stand. We are with him in all this." Akapo in our form says, "Ghanaians must support Sam George in his quest to demand equity and fairness for the ordinary Ghanaian. Most of us have stopped watching or using DSTV due to high subscription rates. Ghanaians deserve better." Abi National Iwa says, "Who say man no day? Sam George, I tap into your blessings." Christian from Bon says, "Congratulations to the Honorable Minister Sam George for fighting for the ordinary Ghanaians. But what happened to we, the Go TV users, since they are all operational by the same multi-choice limited?" Final one, Daniel from Sandema says, "I commend the NDC government and the Minister of Communication for reaching an agreement to reduce DSTV prices. This is true leadership that puts people first, unlike the NPP that only depend the hardship of Ghanaians." We the people from Ayarifa, Honorable Sam George, I think I've read this already. Gusty Man in Bekum says, "Since taking office, Honorable Sam George has done nothing but confuse Ghanaians. The DSTV issue remains unresolved now. AT and Telecom, yet the government that banned its own ministers from watching it now turns to a blind eye. Honorable Kofi Adams and George Philly in his office, or blah blah." I don't get it. I think that'll be it. Ajubi has some more stories.
At least 14 people have been arrested so far in the ongoing West African Senior School Certificate examination across the country. Those arrested include teachers, students, and invigilators at the Yeji Senior High School, Abbott College in Asante Bekwai, Atwima, Kwalma Presbyterian SHS, and other centers nationwide. Speaking at a press briefing, Head of Public Affairs at the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, John Kapi, said the results of candidates from all affected schools will be scrutinized.
Noted with concern a number of cases of irregularity at examination centers across the country. Our monitoring teams have unearthed a series of irregular activities at a number of the examination centers. These include, but not limited to, the following. 1. 2 persons were arrested for impersonation at Ghana College Kaswa. They are arraigned before court and have been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment each, while their accomplice was sentenced to 8 months imprisonment. The proprietor of Christian IPS Ukantumi, as well as one of its invigilators, have been arrested for creating a WhatsApp group on which they shared snapshots of questions and solutions to the questions. They have been handed over to the police for further investigations. Ebenezer Finn was arrested at St. Vincent College, Abradunkwa, for impersonation. Hannah Lariba, a student of Yeji Senior High School, was arrested for impersonation at the Steps of Destiny Senior High School in Yeji. Mr. Kobia Desmond was arrested at Abbott College, Asante Bekwai. He was handed over to the police and subsequently arraigned before court. He had been remanded into police custody for 2 weeks. A physics teacher at Ahafuman SHS was found with a mobile phone on which he had snapshots of the physics practical questions which he had shared. Mr. Ernest Frimpong, an invigilator, was arrested at King James SHS for possession of a mobile phone on which was found snapshots of the questions and solutions to them.
John Kapi added that the council has also shut down the Adventist Day Senior High School Center in Kumasi, and relocated the candidates to the WAEC regional office after multiple mobile phones were seized at the center.
Besides these specific cases of irregularity, we have also received reports of candidates having in their possession mobile phones, prepared notes, photocopied answers, obviously distributed by the invigilators. At Adventist SHS Bantuma Kumasi, 64 phones were retrieved from the candidates during the elective mathematics paper. Candidates from that school have since been moved to the White Hall in Kumasi to continue with their examination. The council also has a list of schools that have been reported for their involvement in acts of irregularity. Slips of candidates from these schools will certainly be scrutinized. We condemn these acts of dishonesty on the part of both teachers and candidates, and urge all school heads to uphold the trust placed in them and ensure that their schools stay above reproach. In addition, we wish to state that the council will not hesitate to apply the full force of the law against any school authority undermining the credibility of the examination.
Meanwhile, WAEC is expected to release the results of the private basic education certificate examination later today.
From 20,395 participating schools entered for the examination, while 1,661 candidates comprising 858 males and 803 females registered for the BEC for private candidates. While the percentage increase in the number of candidates from the school candidates was 5.99%, that of the private candidates was 19.49%. The provisional results of the BEC for school candidates was released on August 23, 2025. Candidates who infringed on the rules governing the conduct of the examination were appropriately sanctioned following conclusion of investigations carried out and upon the advice of the relevant committee of the council. Results of the BEC for private candidates will be released by close of day today, 5th August 2025.
You had head of public affairs at the West African Examination Council, John Kapi. Away from that, the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, is appealing to the government to consider compensation for journalists who have sustained injuries or suffered physical abuse while carrying out their professional duties. A delegation from the GJA, led by its president, Albert Jumfor, paid a courtesy call on President John Dramani Mahama, raising concerns about the growing number of attacks on journalists, particularly during election periods. And in his address, the GJA president urged government support and intervention to safeguard the well-being of journalists.
Most or some of our colleagues have also suffered occupational hazard in the line of duty. We want to appeal to your good self for compensation for such practitioners or journalists who had suffered injuries in the line of duty in a form of assault. And we have few here, but I know that when you permit us, we may officially write to you indicating all those who have actually suffered such internal injuries or physical injuries in the discharge of their duties. We have Mr. Latif Idrisu, who has been assaulted twice one by the police, and the other one by tax of MPP.
The DJ appealed to President Mahama to use his executive powers to introduce a law that will provide protection for journalists in the line of duty.
Ghana is now occupying the 8th position in Africa. We used to be among the top 3. A very sad and unfortunate development. And we call on you, good self, someone who understands the plight of journalists better, and as part of the fraternity, to find a cure or antidote to end this attack on journalists in order to improve on our ranking. Your Excellency, on the assault on journalists, respectfully, we entreat you to evoke your executive powers to enact a law to empower the security agencies to protect journalists. Since most of these attacks are premeditated and must be treated as aggravated offense. If we continue to treat all assault or attacks on journalists as misdemeanor, Your Excellency, it will not deter or serve as deterrent to others.
Albert Jumfor is president of the Ghana Journalists Association. Reacting to the issues raised by the GJA, President John Dramani Mahama pledged to work closely with the association to restore Ghana's reputation as a model of press freedom.
We've seen a consistent decline in our ranking, international rankings, and that is an issue of concern for us. And part of it is because of issues to do with harassment of journalists, and even the unfortunate murder of Ahmed Swali, which caught international attention. And I think that since then, other incidents that have occurred have, diminished our ranking. And so we need to find a way of, one, ensuring that people, when they do that kind of thing, face sanctions or are punished. Because once there's no deterrent, they continue to do it. Or aside from that, to educate and create awareness that journalists are not enemies. They are reporting something that is happening. And so they must be given a free leverage to be able to do their reporting.
You had President John Dramani Mahama.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Lucky Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
And let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's much we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Damex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
We're trendy and you fall where you'll be. We are here to make your life better, stress-free and easy. Go the extra mile, beyond your expectations. We will get it done and get it done very well now. UBA, best loans and more. UBA, best customer satisfaction. UBA, best digital solutions. UBA, Africa's global bank.
For best retail products, innovative offerings, loans made just for you, attractive interest rates, trading across Africa or sending money. If you want the best digital banking products, including chatting with you on WhatsApp and Facebook, turn to UBA, Africa's global bank.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ugomi, now what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. We won't shout it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, so this is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it will protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. So where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. And Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejibi Wiafe Akente. Let's settle for the details. Ghana's official gold reserves climbed to 36.02 tons in August 2025, up from 34.40 tons in July. This reflects the Bank of Ghana's sustained efforts to diversify reserves and strengthen the Ghana cedi. Latest data from the central bank show that gold holdings have more than quadrupled since May 2023, when the reserves stood at just 8.78 tons. The latest figure reflects continued accumulation under the Gold for Reserves program aimed at reducing exposure to currency volatility and external shocks. Now, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituahene is urging the Bank of Ghana to enforce stricter sanctions on financial institutions that flout remittance and foreign exchange regulations. His call follows the central bank's decision to suspend the remittance partnerships of 5 operators: TapTapSend, TopConnect, Remit Choice, SendUp, and AfriX for 1 month effective September 18. The regulator also suspended the foreign exchange trading license of UBA Ghana for the same period, citing multiple breaches, including facilitating unauthorized remittance services for the affected operators. Speaking to Citi Business News, Dr. Ituahene noted that some of the institutions involved are repeat offenders, cautioning that light penalties risk undermining regulatory oversight.
It's not a regulation. When we find you one time and you get to the second time, there is no excuse. You are taken out from the system. You are taken off the system. You are barred from operating it. Because we cannot go on every day seeing the same person doing the same thing, and at the same time sanctioning him. 1 month later, you see, he comes back and he does the same thing. He hasn't repented, and he must suffer the consequences of doing the wrong thing. I don't believe that we should be talking about them every day. We must be very serious the way the American tackles those who fly the AML. We must do the same thing on our foreign exchange space. Other than that, one day we will sit here and the people will create externalize the remittances and make their money. If you commit offense, first offender, you can be set free. Second, maybe. But you say you cannot go on doing this and saying that. I'm saying that my advice is that get rid of such people from the space and let them do the business any other jurisdiction, but not in our space to make money. The inflow of remittances has a serious positive impact on our balance sheet. At the same time, the stability of the city.
Dr. Richmond Etiahene is a banking consultant. Away from that, financial NGOs are urging the Bank of Ghana to adopt a tiered regulatory framework to strengthen supervision of microfinance institutions. They're also calling on government to expedite the implementation of a national microfinance policy to bolster the sector. Speaking at the 8th Annual General Meeting and Symposium of the Ghana Association of Financial NGOs, National Chairman Spencer Bedu noted that the current minimum capital requirement of the 300,000 cedis remains appropriate.
We're not saying we should review it because we've held it for years, and so for the 300,000 is okay. But in terms of the, regulating the entities, if the central bank itself is regulating, then the standards are very high. But in terms of capacity of these institutions, their capacities are low. The policy was almost ready, a few years back, and it did not, get passed. It was worked on, and it's still in the stages of it's being discussed. Let's pray that the next 4 years of the next government that we have will be able to prioritize that policy and get it in place, because policy should have come before regulation. But in our case in Ghana, there was regulation, before policy was put together. We still don't have the policy. So I would say let government, let the central bank, let Ministry of Finance prioritize the policy and ensure that there's a policy that spells out clearly what microfinance is, what we need to do in there, and I think that will help.
That was the board chairman of the Ghana Association of Financial NGOs, Spencer Bedu. In a move to support Muslims in saving for the pilgrimage to Mecca, GCB Bank PLC has launched a dedicated Hajj account. The account is structured to make banking more inclusive, offering customers the opportunity to save gradually. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of the launch, Executive Head of Retail Banking at GCB, Sina Kamagate, said the initiative underscores the bank's drive to broaden financial inclusion and strengthen customer-focused innovation.
We have heard several news in times past of some agents who ran away with monies belonging to potential pilgrims. And so what GCB has done today is essentially saying you no longer have to be saving monies with any personalities. Just open a Hajj account with us, which is actually a savings account. Build up your savings. When it is time for your journey, we would help you by transferring that money to the Hajj account in the name of your designated Hajj agent. And so typically, this is what the product is about. On top of this, we have provided some value adds, and that is the embedded insurance that we are going to give to the customers at no premium. And so we have a coverage for death. We don't pray for our customers to go and no return, but death is inevitable. If it happens, there's some money we'll pay to the families of the deceased. Again, we also have insurance coverage for theft and loss of properties and a lot more. This is what we are doing as a bank to give back to our Muslim societies who have always remained loyal to us.
That was the executive head of Retail Bank at GCB Bank, Sina Kamagate. Within less than 24 hours, Ghana's biggest showcase of homegrown creativity, the This Is Ghana exhibition sponsors promise an unforgettable experience featuring unbeatable deals and a vibrant atmosphere. Organized by Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, the exhibition takes place Saturday, September 6 and Sunday, September 7 at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park in Accra. Citi News' Nashika Caesar reports.
This weekend, Accra will buzz with activity as Channel 1 Television and Citi FM's This Is Ghana exhibition takes over the Efua Sutherland Children's Park. The event, known as the country's largest platform for showcasing locally made products, services and innovations, will offer 2 full days of shopping, networking, culture and cuisine. Visitors can expect exclusive discounts, flash deals and limited time shopping offers available only at the exhibition. Some of these year's sponsors have been sharing what patrons can look forward to at this highly anticipated event.
We're really excited about the This Is Ghana event, as always we are. We are interested in seeing all the wonderful Ghanaian producers, manufacturers, and as a Ghanaian company ourselves, we are excited to celebrate every time Ghanaian companies do well. So That's why we are participating in this.
So we have agreed to be a partner of This is Ghana exhibition for the single purpose that we want to use it also to educate the Ghanaian public a lot more about the necessity to export made in Ghana products and what it will take for any SME to do this. And we are also going to use the opportunity to scout for new companies, scout for new products, because we cannot pretend that we are familiar with all the production of Ghanaian products going on in Ghana. And so that platform brings a lot more companies on board to explore.
For GEPA, participating in this event, one of the core objectives is to identify businesses who are export ready. And for those who are not export ready, we are here to help you. We are here to coach you and give you the needed advice so that you can also prepare your product.
The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 Television and Citi FM with support from MTN, EcoBank, Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and Ghana Exim Bank. Twelum Industrial Company Limited and Built Financial Technologies are also on board for this year's edition.
Citi News' Nashika Caesar filed that report. And that's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ijibi Wiafe Akente. Up next is Point Blank.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. Citi News on 97.3 FM.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s, you lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds, "Hello, Kwame." You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our Express Points to EcoBank Pay, online banking and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it will protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the go be too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
The City Business Olympics is back.
Already charging for the competition. You can see we're already charging.
It's all about team building, networking, and staying healthy.
Everything, be it football, be it basketball, be it Scrabble, be it Excel, we are there. Arm wrestling, we are there.
Which game will your company participate in this year? Is it 7-a-side football, volleyball, swimming, basketball, or sack race? Rally your teammates and get ready for action.
We know we've gone on a recess, but we are back. You will feel it.
Saturday, September 27, 2025. Time 8 a.m. Venue, Eden Heights Sports Complex. Call 0558-973-973 to register your company today.
The experience so far has been very great. We are glad to have participated.
Let's keep fit, grow connections, and enjoy a day full of energy and excitement. Powered by Citi FM with support from Channel 1 TV.
Introducing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. I repeat, or call 0244-644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. My name is Sami Wiafe with Ejubi Wiafe Akenton. Up next is Point Blank, and Point Blank is brought to you by Valex Lease Equip Limited. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions. Tonight on Point Blank, the much awaited, much talked about, and much anticipated This Is Ghana exhibition is here. Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, we bring you nothing but the best. Joining me in the studio to talk more about This Is Ghana exhibition coming up tomorrow and Sunday is Kweku David Kweku Sechi. We call him here Kweku David. His program's executive with Citi FM and Channel 1 Television. Kweku, good evening.
Hi.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for asking me to come over.
The much awaited, much anticipated is here. This is Ghana exhibition. Tell us more about this.
Yes, well, we're ready. This exhibition really, so it's a festival and a celebration of all things made in Ghana. Okay. Right? We are essentially looking at revitalizing the desire in Ghanaians for what is our own. You know, exciting the taste buds of Ghanaians to have a preference for what is ours. Right? So it's a family affair. Right, we want everybody to come out, come with their family, come with the whole family. All right. Some people say, "Oh, but the children have been, the warriors." No, you see, we have kids corner as well.
You're taking care of that.
We've definitely taken care of that. All right. There's enough food to eat, to buy on the grounds. When you get there, there's a food court, there's a grills range. So. You are sport for choice, So it's a full-on experience.
Okay.
A festival and celebration of all things made in Ghana. Now, the exhibition has over 150 exhibitors.
Wow.
Okay. It's never happened before in the history of Ghana exhibitions.
Yeah, 150.
Right? Yeah.
That's huge.
So it's a massive exhibition. Now, because we are in the space in which we are, it will be still very comfortable because the A4 Sutherland Park is massive, right? But people are asking, so what about security? What about car parking? Everything has been thought through to the finest detail. All right, so we're ready. Tonight the canopy is already up, okay? And tomorrow morning, as early as 5:30, we're going to have exhibitors coming through.
What kind of goods and services are you expecting tomorrow?
Oh, a ton. A whole lot.
Ghana.
All the way from let's say as little as jewelry and watches, all the way to vehicles.
Oh yeah?
Yes, the entire range. And in between, you have chocolates, you have clothing.
So if I want to buy a vehicle and I come there to I can get.
If you want to buy a vehicle, you will identify an exhibitor who will sell to you. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It's happening.
And these are made in Ghana.
And these are all made in Ghana. Now, this particular event, This Is Ghana, if whatever you have was not assembled
here in Ghana
or manufactured, okay, so start from scratch, manufacture it, or bring the pieces, put it together and finish it in Ghana, you can't be at the exhibition. We won't accept it.
Okay.
So everything that you will find there was either put together in Ghana or from scratch. Everything, raw materials, all of that was made in Ghana. Yes.
So foreign companies are not invited. Everything in Ghana here.
So if a foreign company is making their product in
here
Ghana,
in Ghana, they are invited.
Yes.
They can come.
Yes.
And exhibit.
Yes.
And sell to the Ghanaian
Absolutely.
population will be there.
Yes.
So what kind of product should we expect?
Oh,
you spoke about the vehicle.
Yes.
Wrist watches.
Yes,
And
yes.
which other ones?
Well, so I can walk you through at least a few of them. Okay. So we have exhibitors like Legacy Crop Improvement Center. Their focus is to make quality seeds, for farmers.
Okay.
Right. We have Cocoa Processing Company. We know them. We have Academic City. So we have a whole range of academic institutions that are coming.
Okay.
University of Ghana is coming. KNUST is going to be there. Academic City is going to be there. Ashesi University is going to be there. So there's all of that. Ghana Telecom University is going to be there. They're all going to be there, right? Then we have the businesses who have products. So we have the education ones are the ones I've just mentioned. So we have business who have products, right? Who are also going to be there. Then we have research institutes.
Okay.
CSIR.
Okay.
And the likes.
Yeah.
GAEC.
Yeah.
Ghana Atomic Energy Commission. And the like. They will also be there. Now you see the importance of having all of these is that in one space, one exhibitor will discover their destiny helper.
Yeah.
Right, you get it. One exhibitor will discover their destiny helper. Okay, because you've made this product, but maybe you need a vehicle to take it to the world. That person who will be your vehicle will be right there on the grounds with you. And so, it's just a wide range. I mean, just imagine the tailoring people are there. We have artists who are going to be there. People are going to be doing live artwork. Okay, right there. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Any form of entertainment?
Oh, yes.
I like to dance, so any form of entertainment.
Then come prepared. So we have, like I said, it's a festival and a celebration of all things made in Ghana. So if you go to a festival, it's not a festival is not complete without great music, right? And so we have This Is Ghana music also going to be there, right? So we have Kwampa, the Kwampa band, they're going to be there on Saturday, and then in Chin band is going to be around on Sunday. So you can imagine the fire that's going to be, at This Is Ghana, and they're there throughout. So it's just going to be an amazing celebration. So and when you are at an event like this, you're not in a hurry to go home because. Number one, because and then there's good music, So as you see, I mean, you're feeling the music,
old friends, creating new relationships.
I mean, it's just going to be an amazing experience. And I want to say that if you're hearing for the first time and you haven't made plans to be at the This Is Ghana exhibition, make your mind up tonight. You've got to be there. Okay, at least one of the days. But I assure you, if you come on Saturday, you will want to pass through again on Sunday.
What's the venue again?
So it's the Efwa Sutherland Children's Park.
Okay.
Right in the heart of the financial district in Accra. So it's next to National Theatre on one side, next to the College of Kempinski on one side, Accra Red Church, on one side, the World Trade Center, EcoBank, on the other side. It's within that enclave there. So you come around there, you'll find us there.
And it's big enough. The space is huge enough.
Massive. It's a huge.
The one is about car park.
Yeah, there's a lot of space for car parking.
Okay.
Yes, there's more than enough space for car parking.
When we talk about food,
yes,
I like food.
Yeah.
What kind of food should we expect there tomorrow and Sunday?
Everything, so.
Like what? I like fufu. I'll get fufu there, right?
You will,
because it's made in Ghana.
You see, all foods made in Ghana you will find. Okay, in the food court.
Yeah,
that's a special treat that we have. So you come, you will buy what you want to eat, and then you'll be happy with that. But we also have the grills. I mean, that's what I'm all about, the grills. And the grills and the meats. That's my favorite. So that one too is there.
Yeah.
Okay. So whether you want food, as in food, so bangkun, whatever, kinki, fufu, whatever, you'll get it there. Or if you fancy the grills too, you'll get that there. And who says you have to choose one or the other? You can have both. Why not?
Well, I get a call this evening and someone says, Charlie, I want to exhibit, but is it too late? What answer will I give the person?
We were sold out 2 days ago. Yeah, there's spaces for the exhibitors. We're sold out 2 days ago.
Too late.
It's too late.
Too late.
It's way too late.
So the person has to wait till next year.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the date again?
So it's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
What time? 10 a.m.
10 a.m. sharp. Gates are open to all patrons.
Okay.
At 10 a.m. Right.
And do we have to pay a gate fee or fee?
It's free entry.
For everybody?
For everybody.
Okay.
It's free entry for everybody. So come and see some. Yeah.
Come and see
some. It won't cost you anything.
Some of the products made in Ghana. You'll be amazed.
It will not cost you anything to come and see.
So same time Saturday and Sunday?
Same time Saturday and Sunday.
10 a.m.
Yes.
Till when?
Till 5 p.m.
Okay.
But I hear there's a
after party.
Well, no,
our day.
No, I hear
I
hear there's a petition that has been sent to request that at least on Sunday there should be an extension. So I mean, I can't give you any details, but you know, I've heard that there's a petition that.
Okay, to extend it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, if you are listening for the first time, the event is here. This is Ghana Exhibition, the much awaited, much talked about, and much anticipated. This is Ghana Exhibition. It's tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Quickly, the time again.
It's 10 a.m. on both days. Okay, don't let anybody mislead you. We are only at the Efwa Sutherland Children's Park. Yeah. So ask for where's the children's park? Where's the Efwa Sutherland? That's where we are going.
You pick a trotro, you find a place.
You find a place. Yes.
Well, good. Thank you very much for your time.
You're most welcome.
David Kweku Sechi, program executive here at Citi FM and Channel 1 Television, giving us details of tomorrow's events. This is Ghana Exhibition, coming up tomorrow and Sunday, 10 a.m. at the Sutherland Children's Park. Before we go, we have some sponsors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, if you listen to the names of our sponsors, you know how big this event is. So we have the Ghana Enterprises Agency, we have Ghana Export Promotion Authority, we have Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult, we have a Vivi Rice also on board, we have Ghana Exim Bank. When you hear the name, you understand. We have Telecom Industrial Company Limited, we have Built Financial Technologies, we have Eco Bank, the Pan-African Bank, and then we have MTN.
That's
everywhere you
That's
go,
all.
including Efwa Sutherland.
That's all.
Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
That's
we'll
all.
See you there.
Kweku Sechi Ado. Kweku Sechi David. Kweku Sechi David. And this is how we draw the curtains on today's edition of Eyewitness News. I came to you live from our studios here in Accra. But remember, Point Blank was brought to you by Village Leagues Equip Limited. Village Leagues affordable document management solution. Until we come your way again on Monday, may the good Lord be with us all. Coming up next is Force Paramana.